Well, this is a little video short. I gotta do this because I can't figure out how to get into the archives where my video from earlier is without making another video. So I was listening to a live broadcast on YouTube, and he was playing the redemption process. So while I'm making this little short video, I'm gonna go over the redemption, contract redemption of the corporate fiction, the agreement that was made behind our back, in our face. And so I'm gonna show y'all where the keys to the kingdom was hidden in plain sight, right? So y'all familiar? Oh, let me flip my camera. Okay. So we all familiar with the $1 bill. We all look at it all the time. We see the symbolism on here, right? Now, plain sight shit. I'm gonna flip my camera on this dollar to show y'all something. If you look right there, there's a scale and there's a key. And it says the Department of the Treasury, 1789. And then beneath it, it says Stephen T. Newton, right? But when you look on the other side, it says Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, Georgia. And it says Treasurer of the United States. And there's a different signature there, right? And in the middle, you have Wooden Teeth himself, G. Dummy, Washington. Double agent, provocateur. So, when you look at it, that key is the key to the kingdom. If somebody come and figure out what that key mean, they can balance the scales of justice from the top. Well, you see, it's forming a peak as if it was a pyramid, which takes us to the flip side of the dollar. At the peak, there's a single eye, right? And it says Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is Latin for new order of the secular or sect or age bracket. But at the top, there's an all-seeing eye, right? And then it got numbers under it. I'm not going to translate the numbers right now because it's just a short. When we go to the other side, you have this eagle, right? And on the bottom of it, it says of the United States, right? Now look over here. The Great Seal is here, and this is the seal of the United States. Trickery. This is the Great Seal. What's the Great Seal? The Great Seal is the signet of the high seat of the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh is represented by the lighthouse or house of light, which is represented here as the all-seeing eye. All right. Now over here, you have this eagle. The bald eagle is a symbol of the country, but it don't mean what this means, right? You see the eagle's legs spread apart with a shield between it, right? And the lines on the shield are facing down. So that would be a downward facing flag, but that ain't the flag because there's no stars in the background. So that has to mean something else. There are 7 lines. The one in the middle is the longest, right? And it's 3 on each side, right? So what is the meaning of this, right? 3 on the left, 3 on the right. That's the mother-father line and the father-father line. And that one in the middle represents both lines coming together on the 7th seal, right? Now you notice I said the 7th seal. G in Masonry is the 7th letter, which takes us up here to the 6-pointed star, which is called the Shield of David, but it's written in 5-point stars, right? Now, it's 13 5-point stars. That's 5 stars all clustered together. 13 5-point stars all clustered together, meaning that it's 13 sisters or 13 women. But the 13 is the symbol of the Great Mother. So there is a council of 13 women. And this says, E pluribus unum, from one many, right? Now you notice that the 13 forms a 6-point star and it's encased. I don't know if I can see that clear enough on here, right? By a halo. The halo here is the symbolic of what you call a crown chakra. So it took 13 big mamas or godmothers, right, to bless the 7th son in order to solve the war and peace dynamic between the left and the right. And this is the job of something called the United States. The United States is the ones who are holding the war and peace dynamic in play. But the 7th sword in the center is the one to come and restore the balance to the 5-point stars and the 6-point star, which is 2 tribal signias of 2 nations. The Growth and Development Nation is the 6-point star, and the Black Peace Stone Vice Lord collaboration is the 5, right? Over here, right, Annuit Coeptus, right? That's the year of union, the year of coming together. Now, MDCCLXXVI 1776 is supposed to be the year, but it's in Greek. It's in Roman numbers, right? So if it's in Roman numbers, but it's on the Egyptian pyramid, it means it don't mean what it looked like it mean, but I'm not going to translate it now, right? But just know this is the Great Seal. So now, to redeem the Great Seal, you have to be able to see with your third eye that the key to the kingdom is here. See that key? It's a skeleton key, which is a master key. 1789. Now remember, This said 1776, right? So those are just a few clues. Now, I got a post. Let me show y'all this post. Because in order to get our shit back, somebody had to claim the key to the kingdom. And so I did that right here, August the 19th, 2019. The key to America was in the contract of the dollar bill. The contract stemmed from the treaties Moors made with nations of Europe. No one could buy or sell without going through central banks using the markers or mark that represents an IOU, which is the acronym IOU, establishing an automatic, which is debt equals slavery, which is concealed in the 14th Amendment, which makes you a straw man, by the way. It said it say, stripped away unalienable rights, the God, i.e. Queen of Heaven and Earth, has given you its providence. When the banks, by way of Zionist Jews, or as we say, satanic Jews, are traced back, we get to the crown in England, first city-state. Then you discover she maintains her economic control by renting the land her company sits on through her royal court, barristers, bar members, judges, and lawyers who trade your soul in bonds we call certificate of live birth, as in birth in the canal, as in portal of life, the harbor. Oh, man. Okay. It says, now a birth certificate is a banknote on bank paper traded in batch trade by fractional reserve banking. None of the humans were to be held in reprisal for the debt. Moors, knowing the rules of magic and the universe by way of their mixed seeds conquistadors, told of Babylonian money magic being used by Khazarian bankers who was taught in Spain. They would tell the struggling pope who had just suffered a failed attempt to destroy his kingdom. Those Kabbalistic Jews sold the Pope a formula by which he could capitalize, as in capitalist societies, on people's ignorance. Surely my children suffer for lack of knowledge. They were under old canon Levitical law, which restricted their ability to accumulate mass oppressive amounts of wealth. They were required under the Talmudic laws and Mishnah to perform certain blood rites to subdue the gods by filling the atmosphere with angel repellent, which is the suffering of the righteous children. That repellent being none other than fear. By all of us being powerful, they began silently stealing children and using pain rites, sex rites, and ritual abuse to cause the slumber to slowly creep up and narcotize you. This they termed the spell, or kingu, the Orpheus spell, which is a sleep spell. Once you were subdued, they launched the assault first on colonists under contract as ordered by King George. This set off our American Revolutionary War. We won that war. However, espionage produced a subtle plan to undermine what the alliance established had built. Forces of the imposter king, all pale-skinned kings, are placed by ceremonial magic as long as they follow the rules given by the Pope. The Pope ain't who you think he is. Reassembled and launches an internal conflict in Babylonian money magic instructions. These instructions are in Protocols of Zion and show them in what are of people's lives what areas of people's lives to disrupt with the strategy, being they made a pact. that would not end before now. If anyone can shake the slumber and raise himself up to a high level, it would free us. By balancing the shedding of blood and the mixing of blood, they felt we should stay comatose. In struggle for final control, Balfour Declaration, first shot, long shot, more to come. Right? Now look at the pictures. Right? Queen of heaven and earth. See her with the sun Ra, the favorite of heaven, was Isis. They don't want to tell you that. See the Pope? Right? So he know the connection between prime source and Isis. He's showing you right here. They saying it's solar worship, but what he's showing you is that the ISIS power is subverted at the Catholic Church. Now, if you notice, this is that thing that's on the back of the dollar bill with the 13 5-pointed stars, and you see he got a clock, right? He got a clock, what looks to be a clock, but there's probably 13 hours on that clock, right? And this is the keys to all of the kingdoms, the gold and the silver key, the key to the astrology and the key to the tarot, being used to learn to train the psyche to recover the three-tier crown, right? That was under the rule of the Christian Romans, the Roman papacy, the Catholic Church, right? And this is the breakdown of the key. The eagle represents Scorpio and the bull represents Taurus. Then you see the Aquarian age, top left, and then you see the, I think that's Aries on the bottom right. Right, so when you look down here, it's dos homo Torah, right? It's the bull god. Dos mean God, homo man, Torah is bull, right? And the roach is the red, the blanc is the white, and the blue is the blue. And this is the magic insignia on the key to the kingdom. This the seal. I'm not going to break all that down because this is not even supposed to be this long. It's just a short. But y'all seeing it's there, right? Now, if you look, you see that they pray to the Black Madonna. And the Black Madonna is the one we trying to raise back to prominence, right? Now, you see, that's both of the popes, by the way, right? Benedict and Francis. Francis is the talking mule. Now, you see the fish head hat, right? The fish head hat. That's the symbol of the nomos. The nomos goes back to I'm trying to remember the name of that tribe. The ones that still connected to the stars, they still use the same symbols. But the nomos is a priest of the Dogon priests. That's what they are. The nomos are the Dogon priests. So now they showing you where the culture can be discovered. If you study the Dogon priests, you will know that this is the playing out of the holy drama, right? And this is the scepter and the Holy Grail, right? But the Holy Grail is symbolic for the blood, right? Now watch this. I think that's it, right? So I just wanted to give y'all a little insight on, now remember the date. Remember the date that I wrote this. This was written August 19th, 2019, right? Just so y'all know. Keys to America was in the contract of the dollar bill. Them red, white, and blue motherfuckers ran into this true blue motherfucker and got fucked up on a whole nother level. You dig? So they can say, this shit a wrap. Come the 7th and the 8th, we going to see what Big Mama bring, because something got to give. And we going to see what it is. Right? So, with that, we going to give y'all this little short, and I'm going to try to get into my video archives and post those videos that I discovered in there that hadn't been posted. So I'm going to try to get them all. So I'm going to catch y'all later. Review it. I'm going to save it.